I need to know, would you be calling the police in a situation like this? Because I just left an Airbnb with me and my dogs where I think the owner of this place may be a murderer and unalive somebody. So my spooky fam already knows here that I was down in Virginia and I was taking a vacation with some family and I was staying at an Airbnb out in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains. Well, I left today because of the creepiest scenario that just happened. So I've been staying there for the past few days and I've been live streaming at night in the woods and everything's been going great, right? Well, today I finally met the owner of this Airbnb. Now, mind you, the first red flag was my dog Dakota. He's scared of all men. So it's totally normal for him to be acting the way that he was. But Harley, the people lover, snarling and growling, and I had to put her in a separate room because of how she was acting. That was my first red flag. Now, mind you, I thought this guy was just like a mountain man, and I've been around mountain people my whole life, okay? So it was kind of normal for him to be a little weird because they're loners, right? They're used to being alone. Sometimes these people can act a little weird, you know? But it was nothing new. I'm totally used to that my entire life. That was until today. He comes over to the Airbnb, we're hanging out, we're talking, and look, I got dark humor too. I know what it's like to make a lot of like dark jokes and make fun of your past, but how many times do you need to make jokes about where you've hid bodies? And this ain't it. It gets even worse. So by the time he said the third joke of where he hid this woman's body, I know the conversation, we were cracking jokes, shit was getting weird, we were comfortable until this. But by the time he made the third joke, at this point, I'm starting to get like really uncomfortable, right? You know how you just kind of get that feeling in your gut of like someone, like just something about this person is off. Well, I thought it was really weird because he made the third joke about this body like being out in the field on his property. And I'm like, at that point, I'm like, yeah. Until he ends the conversation and tells me that he has to go do farm work out in this field. And it gets worse from here. So he walks off and he takes his tractor out into the field. And again, I don't think anything of it. I thought it was kind of weird, like I said, but I don't think anything of it. I'm thinking, all right, I got dark humor too. Till I go, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I got Snoopy, all right? I got Snoopy after that, all right? He has an upstairs room that he said was like prohibited or whatever. And I'm thinking like, you know, but after a conversation like that, who the fuck ain't gonna get curious? I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I got curious as hell. And I went into that room upstairs. And I start snooping through like some boxes and stuff. All it was really boxes and like old curtains just hanging up, like folded up everywhere and stuff like that. And I see these boxes, right? So I ain't gonna lie, I got curious and I went through these boxes because my ass was looking for like women's clothes and shit. I ain't gonna lie. As I'm going through these boxes, all it is envelopes and stuff. And I'm thinking, okay, what if this is finances? This might be money. So whatever. I ignore that. And then I come across this box that has another box inside of it. And this box had a little key lock on it. So I'm thinking like,